Gimbals seem simple. They've got this floaty neck that balances your camera and provides ultimate stabilization. All you have to do is fly the gimbal around and you're gonna get amazing cinematic footage. Or is it that easy? Well, it sort of is, but of course we can go deeper. So in last week's video, I introduced the iSteady Multi Gimbal by Hohem. They sent me this gimbal to see if I would like it and if I might recommend it to my audience of travel vloggers. You see, with travel vlogging, it's always a balance of whether or not the extra gear is going to be worth it to lug around and if the footage is actually going to be that much better. And through all of my tests and making that video, I decided that yes, this gimbal is absolutely worth it. It's compact, it's affordable, the handle will charge your camera, and the footage is going to be amazing. Through testing it, I learned a lot about how to use it to get some super smooth footage, and today I'm going to share with you the 4 basic modes of operation that this gimbal offers and how to best use each of them to get some amazing cinematic shots. Hi friends, welcome back to AMA TV. I'm Alicia and I help travel vloggers level up their video production skills. First of all, again, I would like to thank Hohem for sending me this new gimbal, the iSteady Multi. I will link to it in the video description below if you would like to check it out. The footage I'll be using to demo today comes from my G7X Mark II, but I will say this gimbal also supports other point-and-shoot cameras like the Sony RX100 and also action cameras like the GoPro or the Osmo and also smartphones. So there are 4 basic modes of operation on this gimbal. You can switch between them using the mode button on the handle by pressing it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times, or you can switch between them using the Hohem app, which I think is a little bit easier. The first of them is the pan follow mode, which is going to allow the gimbal to move smoothly from side to side, but remain steady on that up-down axis. So let's take a look at some test shots in this mode, and I will share my opinions there.
So quite obviously, the pan follow mode is best used for a simple pan. When you're in this mode, the gimbal will try to keep the horizon at the same level. This is great for a slowed, controlled survey of the scene, or if you want to smoothly follow a subject moving across the shot from one side to the other. It also works great on this classic follow shot. As you can see, you can follow your subject and move up and down slightly, but the camera will always face straight ahead and never actually tilt up or down. This is great if you intend to lock in on the subject, but a bit limiting because you can only keep your subject in frame when your camera is in line with it. So rather than being able to move up and then tilt down on her here, I simply lose her. Now in this mode, you can adjust the tilt with the joystick, but the camera will then stay at that angle of tilt, locking it in. Or you could always forget the horizon completely and shoot a straight down angle, knowing that the camera won't glide up again. It's like a flat lay, but in video. And I really just wanted to show off our matching Vans here. Add an extension pole to all of this to really amplify the drama of the shots, whether it's an overhead or you're really going for that classic up and down controlled jib movement. Pan follow is also the mode of choice for my favorite swooping drone takeoff effect that I love to emulate with the gimbal. Mama! Overall, I love the pan mode. It allows for fun, dynamic movements that are not difficult at all for a beginner to create.
So the next mode is the pan and tilt follow mode. So that's going to allow the camera to move smoothly from side to side and move smoothly on that up-down axis. So the camera has more freedom to move around, but it can get a little bit wild at times.
And back to the follow shot, you can instantly see the dramatic difference once we're in pan and tilt follow mode. Because the camera now has the ability to tilt to the sky or to the ground, you'll be able to capture much more of the environment surrounding your subject. I am encouraging a bit of excessive movement here as a demo, but I will show you here at the end how careful use of this movement can provide a much more interesting finale to a shot like this. Now, the pan and tilt follow mode gives you a lot of flexibility as far as making the camera do some crazy things. It does require some experience to execute masterful control. However, sometimes you can nail a shot unexpectedly or even film something you didn't intend to that ends up looking awesome. It's a great mode to play around with, but while you can get lucky in this mode, if you're not experienced with the gimbal, I recommend avoiding it if you only have one chance to pull off a shot. It's easy to lose control of that tilt, so you're much safer with a more predictable mode in a quick capture situation. However, if you can try the shot again and again, then go for it. And while this isn't the case here, when a shot really is planned out by a well-practiced gimbal operator with an actor who actually takes directions, the results can be quite impressive. In fact, a good shot in this mode is probably going to end up looking the most professional and cinematic of any mode overall.
Next up is the all lock mode, which is really cool because it allows you to stay steady, stay locked in on the subject while eliminating just those little bits of camera shake, but it's not going to let the camera move all around and go crazy. You see how the lens is pretty much in the same spot, within reason.
This mode is unique as it actually limits your ability to move the camera. So if your subject is moving around naturally, you may have some limitations to how much you can actually move with them. This mode is also great for the follow shot, and it's especially perfect for a subject moving down a straight defined path. But notice at the end of the path, I can't do anything cool with the camera because it still just wants to look forward. It seems to work well for straight on shots in the same way the first mode did, but ultimately I like the subtle look of smooth micropans rather than the stiff pushing side to side with the camera as you see here. One thing this mode is great for is hyperlapse videos, or even better, the time warps that you can create with a GoPro. I did a whole video on these, and although I did not use the gimbal, I hope to revisit the technique and try the all-lock gimbal mode the next time around.
And then finally, there is the all-follow mode, which is really going to let the camera go willy-nilly, but there's this very special effect that you can do in this mode. It's called the inception effect, or the barrel roll. So basically, you're going to point the gimbal forward, you're going to trigger the camera to face up, and then you're going to hit the joystick right, and move forward.
Yes, so we will jump right into the barrel roll. It's great for disorienting your viewer or conveying a sense of disorientation that your subject might be experiencing. It could also be used to express emotion, like the ultimate soul-shattering feeling you get when your granola bar runs out. Although the full barrel roll is cool, I think shots make the most sense when just a fraction of it is used, giving you a subtle Dutch tilt to express either a dramatic or a playful mood.
And there you have it, the 4 basic modes of operation on a gimbal. Hopefully that will help you kind of figure out which mode is going to be best for you to get the certain types of shots that you are looking for. And if you just got a gimbal and you're just figuring it out, it's so important to just get out there and practice on your own, practice with all these different modes and see what works out best for you. And if you're still trying to decide whether or not a gimbal is right for you, check out the video I made immediately prior to this, kind of introducing this video and giving you some with and without footage. So I show you without the gimbal and with the gimbal on the G7X, the GoPro, and the iPhone to show you the exact amount of stabilization that this thing provides. And if you're looking to learn some other travel vlogging techniques, check out any of the recent videos on this channel and be sure to subscribe because I'm helping you level up your travel vlogging skills one technique at a time. You can also jump into the Facebook group, Travel Film Friends, where us travel bloggers all discuss our craft and the gear and just all the things. All right, guys, I am Alicia and I will see you in the next video. Bye.